Alright, paying attention to the music, got it. Some Harry Potter?
This year, Hogwarts will play host to a legendary event. The Tri-Wizard Tournament, during which time a single student gets to represent his or her school in a series of magical contests. Eternal
All right, bro,
glory
enjoy
awaits the
Waffle House,
student
man.
who wins the tournament.
Okay, music. Hold on. Music is good. So this is the was this the actual original theatrical trailer? Okay. Music is good. That's what you were asking about. The music fits, it's good. I like it. Okay, yeah, music is good. The trailer, I feel like, could have been a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie. There were a couple little details there that I didn't really enjoy, but who am I to say? I don't work for Warner Brothers, and I never will. They are way smarter than I am and know much more about what they're doing than I do. They're professional, I'm not. So they probably actually nailed that, and I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just giving my opinion. If I actually edited that, I would have done that a little different. Also, I'm sorry if I offended anybody, because I know Harry Potter people are like, I'm just giving my opinion. What would you have changed? The edit looked rushed. Okay, so y'all are kind of seeing what I'm seeing. All right, let's go back to it one more time. Little things that I noticed here. And again, I'm not trying to sound like I'm an expert or anything like that. This part is okay. I don't mind that part. I'm taking into consideration this is 2005, so things have changed a lot since then. Yeah, the start's decent. I completely agree. Here they make it very obvious as this text comes onto the screen that they matched it with the music, right? So like you can see the text and then hear the music, right? Fades on, sound of the music, and the video shows up. So they're trying to time that with the music, right? Do it again right there, but they do that,
Hogwarts will play host to a legendary...
and then they get off right there.
This year, Hogwarts will play host to a legendary event.
See, they changed. They went from having one style to a different style in the middle of the same cut. I don't know if I think I would have done that differently. And then they kind of get away from matching up the music and stuff.
In a series of magical contests. Eternal...
Yeah, at this point they're not even like matching at all with like sounds from the movie and the trailer to the music. They're not matching anything, but it was clear from the very start that that's like how it was planned in this part, and then by here they've just given up everything, and then again that's fine. Bring the music back in to show the logo. Literally, that is so spot on. They fade to black literally everything. Again, this is 2005. At this point in my life, I wasn't paying attention to stuff like that. I don't know if that was like just how things were done then. I don't know. 2005, I would have been 7 or 8, depending on when this came out. I wasn't paying attention to, I just had a love for cool videos. That's around the time where my like attention started going to if I was impressed with a video or not. I wasn't locked in on what was popular in editing styles back then. So maybe this was really fire back then. I don't know. But just speaking in 2025, 20 years later, I feel like this could have been a little bit better. Like y'all said, it's very rushed, like a minute. That's a lot to try and fit in 1 minute right there. Moving on. Sorry, I didn't mean to like go into a whole, that wasn't a rant. That was more just like giving my overall opinion, I guess. I'm not usually doing stuff like that, so I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings. Did this trailer do a better job with the editing? Uh-oh. Let me get my analyzation going here.
Even though you've been raised as a human being, you are not one of them.
We're still a little heavy on the fade to black.
They can be a great people, Kal-El. They wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way. For this reason, above all, their capacity for good. I have sent them you, my only son.
I like that's okay. Pretty simple, right? Straightforward from the very beginning. You got the idea of how it was going to go from the very start. The fades happened with the music pretty nicely. I would say that was pretty good. That was better than the first one. Still a little heavy on the fades. You know, every single scene in here was fade to black. But what was this? 06? Yes, this was a year after the Harry Potter one. That's just how it was, I guess. Maybe that's how they did. Yeah, exactly. Like literally, like this was a year later, so maybe that's exactly the style that all of them were. I don't think I really have too much to say about that one. 06, I probably would have been stoked to watch it. Fun fact, this is one of those trailers with music that wasn't in the actual movie. How do y'all feel about that before we watch it? If a song is used in the trailer, but it's not used in the movie, how do y'all feel about that? Does it matter to you? Or do you like, don't care, it's two different things? Feel a bit robbed? Yeah. I feel like it's kind of important to use the same song at some point in the movie. The song is so important, right? Like a trailer is probably your first look at whatever it is. And so like you get the idea of the movie partially from the music. So if that song is missing from it, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like what you're saying, like maybe robbed a little bit of how it's supposed to be. I don't know.